Greetings and welcome to another video by Sir Mike the Hedge Knight. It is the second part of my egg event video, egg event part 2. And I want to talk about a roster change I'm making here. Now, this is my secret weapon, Caraxus. So why do I like Caraxus? First of all, we're doubling up on red. Caraxus and Danny are red. So red is going to be our damage gems. And now that you're into Treacherous, and especially once you get to Kingslayer, we generally don't have to worry, oh no, the fragile enemy, I might accidentally kill him before getting more fire on them. No, these guys can take a punch. They're going to be up for a bit. So doing damage is okay. These guys are, doing damage is okay. So fast speed skill, 79% attack physical damage to all enemies. He then has a 75% chance to destroy 2 hazards. And again, the way the game mechanics work, these are 2 separate rolls. So you can get 0, 1, or 2 hazards destroyed. Hazards are obstacles on the puzzle board that inhibit matches or negatively affect your team. So the eggs count as hazards. If he breaks an egg in this fashion, just like if you had matched it, if there's an enemy in the lane where the egg was, they are afflicted with fire. And it's nice because normally we're taking a turn to match gems to break eggs. Remember, every turn we spend is going to reduce our score by 1,000. Now we can break eggs. Now we can't choose which one, and it's only 75%. But if he breaks an egg by using a skill, you haven't taken a turn yet. So we haven't spent that 1,000 points yet. That's one. That's one thing that's nice. But here's why I call him my secret weapon. When he destroys a hazard, he replaces it with a red dragon gem. And a red dragon gem is like a red gem. But when you match them, the gems deal 100% attack physical damage. It doesn't say here. I think that's to all enemies. And apply fire to all enemies. And I love it. So often you'll have eggs clustered in one area of the board because you're working one side of the board. You match an egg on the left. Well, again, when new gems come in, there's a chance they could become eggs. Well, they're on the left because you were working the left. So then now you're trying to match that gem, and they come in again. And then eventually you get to a point where there's a couple of eggs clustered, and maybe you can't get to them. And that's where Caraxus comes in. So before those eggs explode on their own and fill the dragon meter, maybe Caraxus will crack them for you and inflict fire on the enemies in their lane. And then you get red dragon gems. And you get a couple together, so often it's easy to match them. And you are going to do some damage, but you're going to apply fire to all enemies. Let's see this in combat. Again, I call him my secret weapon. I think he's really good. I'm pretty happy with the couple of treacherous fights I've done so far. Let's hop into combat and let's see how this team does. Okay, so we started combat. Guess we'll do some purple here. Hope a red comes up. Okay, at least that's something we can do. And I don't really want to disturb that green. Let's pop these reds. Yeah, we can get to yellow, but not that yellow. That is no good. All right, let's just pop the green here. Takes a little bit to get going. This team, fire team, you're not starting with any stamina, so you do have to get going. We still want to prioritize yellow and green. There's a good red-yellow match here. Maybe I'll do that. Don't see a lot of green. All right, we've got an egg and a lot of green, but we might do a little bit too much damage, but you know what? At least we'll build up a bunch of stamina. All right, we have 3 enemies. Doesn't look like anyone's going to die. We pop Renera. We have some green down here, but I don't see any green matches. We're going to target this guy because red doesn't do well against blue. We're going to pop this red because I want to get Caraxus going. So now we have some eggs on the board that we can't match. We're going to use Caraxus. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he lives up to the hype. Well, he turns 1. He turns 1. Now, when he did it, the egg was deemed broken and increased the fire on the blue enemy on the left. Maybe we just clear a whole bunch of, well, purple. Yeah, purple doesn't do a lot of damage. Let's clear a bunch of gems here. Let's get some more eggs on the board. Yeah, we're not going to get too much fire on these guys. I think we're just going to get some more stamina for Renera. But we still can't get that red dragon gem. We can pop that gem. Boy, do we use... Yeah, let's use Alicent. Let's use Alicent. There's only 2 here. We have a lot of enemies in this level. But I think that's okay. I think that's okay. All right, let's pop this here. And at this point, we're probably... Oh boy, we're getting Wow, Renera was killed. That was fast. That was fast. This is not going to be a good fight. Not going to be a good fight. You know what? Let's run through it and let's see where we wind up. Danny clears the board. Oh, we can match the blue gem, but it's in a lane that no one is. It happens so often. It's unbelievable. Can't use that green one there. We could do this red with the red dragon gem. We've got the Mender. You're a little late, Mender. Renera got just like I don't even know what happened. It was just over before it started. We're using Caraxes. Do we turn any of those? We can match those purples. Turns them both into red dragon gems. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now we just have to find a way to match them. We can't match them with the egg. That is okay. We match them. Boy, it does a lot of damage. More damage than I remember. But that is okay as well. Let's pop this egg here. Boy, whew. Yep, they are going down fast. All right, here's an example here. We've got some eggs that we can't destroy. Let's see if Caraxes helps us out. But he's got that fast. Well, he saved them both. He saved them both. The one on the left applied fire. We can't match him yet, but just a matter of time until we can. Let's get Allison going. Since we don't have Renera, we're going to have to make do with whoever is left. Put some fire on. Now we can match those purples, but unfortunately, I'm actually going to use Daenerys. We can kill this yellow guy. Let's bring this blue guy forward. He'll probably be in the lane where at least when we match these eggs, they don't do a lot of damage because we have no purple. But and again, that's okay. We'll get some. Well, actually, get some yellow stamina. Keep forgetting Renera is toast. Is toast. All right, we got him up to 7. That's pretty good. Let's just clear some gems, get some stamina. There's a green match that'll help us next time. Here's a blue match. That green gem's is not long for this world though. Got the Mender. Gonna lose the purple gem as well. Not a problem. All right, we've got a full complement. So let's pop the red dragon gem. Fire on everyone. Getting hit by the dragon, that's okay. Hey, Caraxes time again. Now don't stop killing people. Maybe I have them a little too high at 150. Oof, got red dragon gems all over the place. Let's match one. Get some fire on people. We really got to get Allison going because she can put fire on without killing people. So let's hope this cascade is going to kill this blue guy, right? No, he's alive. He's alive. And the fire got him. Unfortunate. All right, used Allison, got some fire. Might even use Daenerys to roast those guys. Yeah, maybe she'll get a crit. She'll probably kill those guys, maybe get a crit on the person in the back. Oh, she got a crit and didn't kill the guy on the right, so that was worthwhile. That added 3 fire. Nothing wrong with that. I guess we'll use this red dragon gem. It'll put fire on the guy in the back. He's going to step forward. Come on. No Caraxes yet, huh? Want to get one more shot at Caraxes if we can. You know what? Well, let's just match this gem, not mess around. Here he comes. Be really nice if he popped that gem in the middle. He didn't get any. All right, well, we can match. And toast. Well, I got to tell you, if this doesn't, now there were 11 enemies here, so this is probably a fight that if things fall well, you could get in the 140s and 150s. We lost Renera, one of our primary fire dealers, extremely early on. And to walk out of that combat with 137.5, I'm pretty happy. That is a decent score. Look how much the points are for fire on enemies when defeated. 81,900. That is the egg event. That is the strategy for the egg event. I'm going to have to play through the rest of Treacherous to unlock Kingslayer because I do want to get a combat on Kingslayer in there and talk about potential roster changes. So we have completed Treacherous, wound up. I had a couple of rough fights at the end. Again, having those two-star characters, Rhaenyra and Alicent, they were getting pretty beat up. Generally, one of them would go down in one of those fights toward the end, and it got a little tougher to put fire on, but pretty happy with my score, 2.5. So let's just jump into Kingslayer. Yeah, Kingslayer is pretty tough for my team, having those two-star legendaries, even with their defense buff. Let's give it a shot, see how it goes. There's only 6 enemies here, so it's not going to be a tremendous point round anyway. You can only put so much fire on, even if everything works out. But let's see how this team works, and if it doesn't work too well, I guess we'll talk real quick about substitutions. Well, I do like this start. I do like this start. Going to get a whole bunch of red. We got a whole bunch of yellow. I mean, the egg didn't hit anyone. That's okay. We'll get that big red so that we can pop all our reds now. Popping eggs, getting a whole bunch of red stamina, which I think is going to help us. But we can match the yellow. Oh, we got Allison's already, so that's good. Got to get those heals going. Got to stay alive as long as we can. Do I correct this yet or use that? I'm going to do that yellow because if that turns red, we may not be able to pop it for a bit. I do want yellow stamina for Rhaenyra. All right, she's going to get to go. So we're doing pretty good on fire on these guys. Now it's just a matter of we're going to have 4 guys left and try to survive. Let's use Caraxes. All right, we've got a red dragon gem there. This blue gem we're not going to be able to handle. I think we use Daenerys. 9 and 10, pretty good. Doesn't get much better than that. Let's clear the field. We have 3 guys here. I might even do this purple. It doesn't really do anything, but it'll set up a bomb. It'll clear. Get some more eggs on. Ooh, got a cascade for eggs. A whole bunch of cascades, actually. Getting the Mender's great. Got to stay as healthy as we can. Not going to be an easy fight. Red Dragon Gem. Get that fire on. Little cascade here. Another egg. Caraxes is back. Poof, hitting for 19,000. Yeah, it's probably, I'll be able to get through Kingslayer, but not with this team. As you can see, my primary fire dealers, they're just getting ripped to shreds. I mean, they're just getting decimated. We're actually going to use Daenerys now to kill this first guy. He's up to 9. Maybe we'll get a crit on one of the other 2 to add some fire. We did not. We did not. We got a strong. Well, we've got a red dragon gem here. Let's get some fire on people just to start. I'd love to get that other red dragon gem going. Oh, good break before Rhaenyra gets killed. She's going off again. We could even heal her with Alicent. We've got max fire on the left. We're pretty set on fire. We are pretty set on fire. So now it is, let's kill and get out of here. Don't have a lot of red. Red's my big color. I don't see too much red. I guess we had a bunch already. The fire is going to do so much of the damage. Oh, that's fantastic. Mender's going to keep people alive. Yeah, this is pretty much, well, maybe not, maybe we can't kill that guy, but let's go with Rhaenyra. Daenerys is going to do a ton of damage with 10 stacks of fire. But is it going to kill a blue with, no, boy, yeah, it's weak. Red is weak against blue. Blue gives us a little bit of a hard time. We got a lot of fire. So now it's just about trying to get through this as quickly as possible. Save as many turns and hit points as we can. Looks like the enemy dragon's going to hit us again. Good news is we've got Alicent coming for a little bit of a heal. Try to keep people alive. And I think this will do it. I'm pretty sure. Now, our red doesn't do as much damage, but green does damage. Let's do that. The fire should kill him. Too bad we took that dragon breath at the end, lose some hit points. Hey, you know what? that might be my best round one yet. 123, 870. There's only 6 opponents there. So, you know what? That worked out pretty well. Now I think it's very clear that the next 19 chapters, this team is just not strong enough to make it through. But I think what we've illustrated is even with a couple of two-star legendaries, this team is strong enough to give it a go. That is absolutely outstanding. So I hope you enjoyed both of the egg event videos. The strategies change. I think we have shown that the strategy changes, the rosters get tweaked. And as you get through Kingslayer, if you're struggling as well, put in your top guys. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps. I hope it gets you through the egg event and you rank well and maybe get yourself some legendary gear. Please feel free to comment below, and we will see you soon.